What's up, guys? Tim Little. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today's video got a day out on the water. Got some overcast conditions, so we're gonna be throwing swim baits, top waters. If we have to, we'll slow down and finesse, but should be a good one. Let's go. One. Had to switch over to finesse. Lost our wind. Had to go with the old Neko rig. We lost, been fishing now for a little while, and the conditions have gotten slicker and slicker. Nice little largemouth to start off the day. Thanks, dude. Hit that Neko rig Senko. Jack me all up. Out here on this big flat, guys, just fishing the grass patches, little isolated grass patches with a worm. Another nice one. Neko rig fish. 5-inch Yamamoto Senko. Rigging it weedless with a sniper finesse hook so it stays out of the grass. But tried a bunch of reaction. Maybe with this wind picking up we'll get that going, but right now it's basically looking for isolated grass patches and throwing finesse. Magic worm. Because we got like a storm coming in or something. This wind is all over the place. It was slick calm for a while. Then it got windy again. Hasn't stopped blowing. But basically we're just out offshore, looking for these little grass patches. Not a lot of grass. It's a big flat, but they have like, I don't know if it's like sand grass or whatever it is, but it's just little dark patches, and it seems to be holding the fish off of the sand. So keep going. Guys, with this overcast and wind, it makes it really hard to see those isolated grass patches, but it definitely makes it easier when you're wearing a pair of polarized sunglasses. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. These copper lenses really lighten up that overcast. But basically, no reaction bite at all. I've tried throwing chatterbaits, mag drafts, jerk baits, top water. Only seems to just seems to be a finesse day. Like, you'd think that it'd be wide open, but maybe these fish are in, I don't know, they're in a funky stage or whatever. But basically just scanning out here, and if there's any isolated pieces of cover, branches, logs, breaks, grass patches, that sort of stuff is what I'm throwing at. And we've put together, caught a few nice fish, and we're gonna keep going. There is some rain over here in the horizon. I'm good with rain, but if we get lightning, I'm out, guys. But let's keep grinding. A lot better one. That's what we're talking about, guys. Big old fatty largemouth. Dang, that dude was strong. Magic worm strikes again. That's what we're looking for. Healthy fish. Thanks, dude. That thing messed me up. That's the downside of the drop shot, is you got that extra line wrapping around, twisting around. But guys, that's what we're talking about. This weather, like I said, has just been crazy. I wasn't even looking at anything that time. I just fired out, and you know, no grass patch, just, yeah, pretty cool. This thing's all messed up. I need to put a new leader on, and we'll keep going. All right, guys, tied a new leader. As I was retying this drop shot or power shot, got me thinking, you know, I was just fan casting that cast. With these overcast conditions, you know, those fish during bright sunny days, they hold to whatever they can ambush from. So whether that's a dock piling, a brush pile, a shade line, a grass line, shorter grass, they can sit in that stuff and ambush and feed out of it. But when you get conditions like this, it's dark everywhere. Those fish can be anywhere roaming. So that's where, you know, if you had some hard pieces of cover, you know, rock, isolated boulders, tree branches, logs, that sort of stuff, then you could still fish that. But a lot of times these fish will just go out and just cruise with these overcast conditions. That's why I love throwing a top water, you know, a Swimbait, a chatterbait. But I tried all that today and hasn't worked. But the old Neko rig and power shot is putting fish in the boat. So we'll keep at it. I don't know why the camera died. I got one on the Swimbait finally. It's a nice one. Come on. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Gotta love technology. Are we recording? Yeah. Look at that one, guys. Another jumbo. That one ate the tungsten guppy with a easy shiner on it. That's a healthy fish. Thanks, dude. Yeah, no clue why it stopped recording. But guys, I feel like we've had all sorts of different weather today. And now that it has kind of slicked off, that's not what I'm looking for. There they are. I went back to throwing the finesse Swimbait, just kind of covering water. And there's these little reed patches, and you can see them from a long ways away because they're pretty tall reeds. And it's just swimming this finesse Swimbait through there, and but hopefully we'll get another one to eat on camera. Never fails. Anytime you hit record or try to hit record, start recording, something happens. But that little guy right there, see if we can get another one. I feel like the wind has changed its direction 37 times today. Just gonna rip from every direction. Big one. Stay on. Stay on. Bam! Look at this fatty. Get my food out of the way. Did the hook really just fall out? Nico rig, Yamamoto Senko. Big one. Well, that was a surprise. Definitely big fish of the day. I don't know if you guys could hear that drag just screaming. We got wind again. Man, this weather has changed, like I said, 37 different times. Again, Nico rig. I got that nail weighted in the head, that VMC O-ring. I'll link it down below in the video description, but it comes pre-rigged with the holes so you can run it parallel or vertical. Sniper finesse, Yamamoto Senko 5-inch. That girl took me for a ride on that finesse rod. Nice one. Nice one on the drop shot. These little isolated grass patches, like I said, that one's visible because we're in like 3.5 feet of water, but out here in the deeper water, you can just see the dark spots in the water. So that's what I've been fishing all day. See if we can catch another one and we'll go put it on the trailer. Nice one. So guys, I'm switching off between the it's got a leech on him. Switching off between the Nico rig and the drop shot, power shot. Killed that thing. Thanks, dude. Basically, if the grass I'm fishing is really thick, I don't go with that exposed hook. I go with the Texas rig drop shot. If it's sparse grass, I feel like I get better movement out of the Nico rig, so I use that. But a lot of times with that thick grass or reeds or clumps or whatever I'm fishing, if I have that exposed hook, it's too thick. Even though it has that titanium weed guard, sometimes it gets hung up. And so that's why I've been switching between the two. But if it's thick stuff, I go with this guy right here, that Texas rig drop shot. That's the Cover Shot HD hook. That's an awesome power shot hook, drop shot hook if you want to throw it on a bait caster. And then I like the tie-on tungsten weights. That's a 1/4 ounce. When these fish jump, you use the little wedge style. Sometimes they fling your weight. So let's keep going. one on the Nico. Seems like this last go around of wind has really turned these fish on. Maybe it's warmer, I have no idea, but they're biting, so let's keep casting. These little isolated patches are really small, so you only get like 3 or 4 casts each one. I'm sure they replenish through the day, but once you kind of pick it apart with a few casts, I'll switch between the 2 worms. I pretty much gave up on the reaction today because seems like the worms are just working a lot better. But yeah, once you get, I mean, this patch is only 15 feet wide or so. So it's real short grass too. So once you pick it apart, you just try and go find another one, move on to the next. You can waypoint them and come back at different times, which is what I've done. Some of these I fished earlier today, but with no bites. But it seems like this afternoon these fish had pulled up into them. So they left that deeper water where I was fishing earlier, came up shallow. Another nice one. Thank you, sir. Choked. Thanks, dude. Again, just a handful of casts per little patch and move on. I don't know if you guys can see that dark wall coming, so kind of in a race against time, but the bite's really good, so I don't want to leave just yet. Got that prefrontal conditions turning these fish loose. As I can get in that grass, they chomp it. Come on. Thank you, sir. Took the tail off my worm. Going through these things like gummy worms. That's a wall of rain coming. Go ahead and try and catch one more real quick and wrap this thing up, guys. It's been a lot of fun. It's kind of a head scratcher early on. We get these that barometric pressure change, that front coming in, and it just fired these fish up. Let's see if we can get one more. All right, guys, I feel like I missed my opportunity on that fish. Took half my worm, but want you guys to see what's coming. Awesome day. It's interesting how I couldn't get bit on you guys see this? Go ahead and turn that. Just a wall of rain coming. Got the wind swirling, but couldn't get them on any of the reaction stuff, which was usually these types of conditions can be lights out, but it just seemed when we went slick calm earlier, I picked up that finesse rod, got a couple bites, and then I just kind of expanded on that, whether it was the Neko rig or the power shot. Did have one really nice one on the finesse Swimbait, but wasn't recording for the hook set or the fight, most of the fight, but is what it is. But guys, awesome day out of the water, beautiful weather conditions, I should say. But we got some weather coming in, some rain coming in, and we're gonna go put it on the trailer. But guys, hopefully you learned something from today's video. You know, even if it's a grinder early on, stick with it, develop a pattern. You know, I realized early on those fish were relating to the darker areas, the breaks, the deeper edges. And then when we got this afternoon, that wind came up and seems like these fish pulled up into that shallower water in that grass and the reeds. So guys, as always, we appreciate the support. If you learned something from this video or you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys on the next video.